cutting in and out. I have no idea what's happening.
I think Twitch is getting hit hard because they have a couple of championships going on this weekend too.
So I do want to say I am sorry. I'm not trying to do this. If you guys miss anything, be known that it's good. This is going to be put up on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it as it was live, and we'll put it up on an audio. We'll put it up on an audio feed. So,
Yep.
And this, of course, like I said, it's part of the Sunday dose. So, not Panda. What is Halloween to you, man? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Great, dude, that's what it means to me too, man. Rachel, Miss Rachel, what about you? I know Ozzy or Goldie said that Australia is not really Halloween is not really a big thing. Do you have anything that you just really like about Halloween?
We've had a couple of in our neighborhood. We've got a couple of Americans that actually did up their house, so it's been really nice to see the American influence in the neighborhood.
Right.
Nice.
Well, that's a plus because then you actually get a little bit of diversity, a little bit of another culture into your, I guess, way of life.
Yeah. So we had our first family come around for trick-or-treating last night, and we were scrounging around for something to give them.
Nice. She's like, oh,
shit. We don't know.
We didn't buy no damn candy.
Oops. Yeah.
Hey, give them an apple. No, don't give them no kids an apple. Dude, I used to get that shit all the time as a kid. Like, we'd make the mistake of, I think my parents did it on purpose. Like, they would say, "Oh, shoot, we made a mistake. It's somebody. I didn't know there was old people living there. You knew there was old people. You knew they didn't have no candy. So what were we gonna get? Well, you get an apple, little boy, and you get an orange. I hope you have a wonderful or a dime. A dime. Like they didn't have. It wasn't even a quarter. It was a dime. Wow, this is good, you know. Well, I don't have any candy, but everybody likes money, right? No, we don't. We want fucking candy, dude. Come on. Miss Renee Bones.
Yes.
What does Halloween mean to you?
Currently, I have to say that Halloween is just another day for me. I don't really do much.
Amen. Amen.
So, that's where I'm at with life right now. And by the way, I have my mic muted because Merg keeps kind of randomly yelling at the game he's playing, so that's why.
I can tell him, I can yell at him real quick if you want me to.
It's fine.
Hey, shut up! Yeah, that work? Oh. But for me, Halloween is basically, it's a time where, you know, where I get to spend more money because, let alone I gotta, you know, buy a costume for my kid. I gotta buy freaking candy, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta waste time doing some other crap that I gotta deal with. When all I want to do is play video games, stream. I mean, like this weekend has been huge. Which Yogi, we don't need to do it on Halloween next year. We don't. We're gonna try to do it in the summertime. But you know, doing all that stuff, and hey, it's good. But I'm over it. It's kind of like Christmas. I mean, I love getting gifts, and I love, you know, actually buying gifts when it's somebody that I care about. You know, my wife, my son. That's about it. But still, you know, it's, you know, doing all that. But then after Christmas, take your fucking decorations down, dude. It's not Christmas anymore. It's the New Year. You know, you don't need to have take the tree down too. You don't need to have all that crap up. Just like Halloween, somebody leaves their Halloween decorations up till Thanksgiving and then puts up a few things hanging from the ceiling for Thanksgiving.
I like that.
I know Australia, you guys don't have Thanksgiving because it's a U.S. holiday, but but I mean, once it's over, it's over. Get over it, right? But
why it gotta be like that?
Hey, I just am. And you know as well as better than anybody, I am one of the saltiest sons of bitches that you'll ever meet. So let me have my time and just get over it.
What a Grinch.
Bah humbug. But guys, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about, of course, nothing else, the zombie dose. We're going to talk about some zombies. Finally. Oh, shut your mouth. Brains.
Brains.
Now,
Has anyone saying that? Has anyone eaten a brain?
yes,
Like, okay,
Good brain.
obviously it'd be an animal brain, obviously. Like,
maybe.
what do they taste? What did it taste like, Obi?
It tasted like, honestly, it tasted like overcooked ramen.
Really?
It's nasty.
It's because the brain. I've had monkey brains. I know you guys are gonna, yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's a delicacy. I trust they are good. But it's something that it's because the brain is a giant muscle.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
And so if you were to cook it, you'd have to have something on it. Like when I ate the I'm just gonna call it the MB. When I ate the monkey brains, I had to have a shit ton of hot sauce and mustard because it was just the initial taste was just terrible. But once you get into it and you're actually eating it, and it's actually mine was apparently cooked really good because it was good. But anyway, keep going with your statement, Goldie.
What's that? That I haven't tried brains yet. No,
Has anybody else tried brains?
I was about to say that I've seen, the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, where they eat, like they bring out all the delicate food, like all these exotic food, and one person I think got served it was a monkey head, and then
Yeah,
takes it off
baboon
with a little
brains.
brain, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, little brain. What I thought of when you were saying like monkey brain, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that.
Well, Rachel, could they be any worse than pig intestines? Chitlins?
Well, pig intestines can be used for sausages, so it depends on what you put in them.
Yep.
Like
Very true.
just cooked pig intestines. I mean, here in this state, I don't know, they're called chitlins. I mean, it's
Really?
just yeah,
Okay.
and they're actually really really good. They smell really really bad, but
They
they're
are
really
not
really good.
Really good.
Yes, they are. I apparently I like freaking squid and all that other crap too. So I mean,
They're made right.
I've had squid too, so it's alright, man.
it's got to be cooked right though. I mean, I try anything once.
I'll have my pig intestines wrapped around good meats.
Yeah, okay, fair
I'm
enough.
gonna chime in here and tell you that no meat is best for me. Okay? Yeah.
Aren't you a vegan?
I am not. I'm vegetarian
Are you- okay.
currently. I want to go vegan though.
I was gonna say, isn't there somebody in the gang that's actually vegan? You want to be like Daniel Bryan?
My family is.
Oh
I
man.
I will be a vegan as soon as they declare steak a plant.
Exactly. Amen, brother. Amen.
If I can get that done, well, no, sorry.
As soon as
Steak has to
cows
be a
grow on
plant
trees.
and bacon has to be a legume, and then I will be a vegan.
Okay. Now,
Did you hear about the new studies that just said that processed meat causes cancer?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I did that.
Yeah, that's why.
Hot
That's
dogs. Like, I don't want to eat hot dogs anymore.
Everything causes cancer.
I was gonna say, if I stand out in the sunlight, inhale, standing next to my neighbor who smokes while he starts his car, I've just exposed myself to half a thing of cancer. So I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm at least going to have a steak.
Wait. Half a thing of cancer? How do you
Yes.
quantify cancer?
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I
so
would
here's
make
the
too.
idea.
Oh, you
have-
done opened a worm. Thanks,
Yeah,
Rachel.
I have my own theory on cancer. Cancer is much like a game in the fact that it has levels. Now, when you get all 8 levels, that's one cancer.
That's death.
Oh my
then-
God,
And
Jesus!
then you get to the next level, and
No!
that's 16 things.
No,
and then
no.
Hang on, let me
32
just ask.
things.
Have you ever had anyone in your family diagnosed with cancer?
A few.
And you're equating it to a game?
I didn't say it was a good game. It could have been like ET for Atari. That thing was horrible.
It's his coping mechanism.
Right, got it.
But it's the only way to really translate it in my mind.
Rachel, Fatal does this when he gets nervous. So
Got it.
Maybe it's like there's no accident for him.
now we're actually going to get into it to where we're actually going to talk about zombies, and we'll start with Rach, if you don't mind, if you want to start with Rachel, or we can start with you last, or we can end with you, because you're the expert. whatever
But
you
wait a
wanna do.
minute, is everybody caught up on The Walking Dead?
We're not talking about that yet.
No, I am.
You're not.
I am.
Oh,
have not
come
seen the new episode
on.
yet.
Okay.
I know. I'm a bad fan. I'm a bad fan.
Okay, then you better plug your ears because we're gonna spoiler alert.
No.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll give a heads up.
Yeah, we'll give
We
you
need
a
to
heads
talk
up.
about it.
location,
No, because we can't do
location
spoiler
is no
alerts. Because then
excuse.
Wait.
that'll
Say
for
that
the
again,
audience
Rachel.
as well. Not.
Location is no excuse because I'm caught up.
Yeah, dude. Dude. The audience, anybody that's gonna listen to this podcast is gonna be caught up. I'm sorry. It's just we're talking about zombies. I mean, you're talking about the zombie apocalypse podcast. You're talking about zombie cast. You're talking about you're talking about all these guys are gonna listen to this. So like you got to be caught up on it, bro. This is how it is. So if you want to, once we actually start the Walking Dead stuff, you can actually mute, and then I'll ping you when we're actually done, if you want.
Nah, it's okay. I'm a fan, and it's okay to tell me who died and who's died already in the season 6. It's
Not-
okay. It's
not-
3
not
episodes
Caleb.
in, am I right? 3 episodes.
Well, now that is the scandal, isn't it?
Spoiler
All
alert, Rick has died.
All right,
Episode 1.
we'll kind of
Damn you.
go off and on with where I'll put you, Rachel. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Rachel. The first thing I would like to just hear from you because expert. What is the zombie virus?
It depends, really. It depends on who's actually invented the zombie virus. It could be anything that affects the brain stem, essentially, because the reason, or the only way to kill a zombie is to destroy the brain. It has to be something that affects the brain. So any virus that leaves the host incapacitated and unable to control their own body is technically a zombie virus.
So you could say that like people that actually are like vegetables, they're just immobile zombies then?
No, because they're not able to move. The zombie virus kicks in when something is moving it independent of the host, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to reinfect it. The virus itself is something that needs to perpetuate itself. It needs to actually create more of itself. That's the point of a virus. So if there's no way for the host to replicate the virus, then it's not a zombie virus.
Oh, okay. That kind of opened
I
up.
see what she
my-
means. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, anybody else want to chime in on this? Fatal, I know you got something smart ass to say.
I always have something smart ass to say. So wait, where does this place the bath salts? Technically, they claim to have moved independently.
Well, it wasn't contagious, was it?
I don't know. There's a lot more jackasses doing bath salts.
Yeah, no, that's the mentality, though. That's not the actual virus.
That's not
I mean,
contagion. That's
a lot of
addiction.
stupid
Wait,
people.
does that mean human stupidity then is technically a zombie virus? In which
know,
case,
I would
give me a
argue
shotgun
yes.
and a license.
Yeah.
Problem
She
solved.
actually said yes. So
I would
Sweet.
argue
Well
yes.
done,
Let's
Fatal.
shoot all the stupid people and just make the human race extinct.
Natural selection. It's only natural. Let's go.
Morg, how about you? Do you have anything to say in that?
No, because I missed most of it because settings, you know.
Okay.
I
Yogi?
wanna
Is that
add
my
on to-
fault?
No.
sorry.
Go ahead, Goldie.
Yeah, I want to add on to what Rachel said. Is it depends on who is portraying it. I reckon, like for example, in a certain movie, it was like the zombies were never dead. You know, they just turned rage. Like it was a rage virus. You know, you just got really angry and lost control, and it spread. You know, like that would be 28 days later, and then another portrayal of the virus is when, let's say in The Walking Dead, where the body shuts down, but then the brain still is active. Like the rest of the body is deteriorating, but yet the brain is still like active at that very low chemical reaction. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. The virus actually came through. Yeah.
Keeps the brain alive at that low level. Yeah. So yeah,
That's exactly what I wrote.
Yeah.
Yogi, what about you?
A zombie to me is anytime someone is incapable of independent thought and a primal instinct takes over. It could be viral, it could be mystical in origin, it could be an Apple fanboy.
Or girl.
I'm gonna keep recycling that joke as long as Beard and Hat is tuning in because he knows I love him.
Right.
give him like a couple minutes. You'd be like, another apple jab. I caught that, Yogi.
Yeah, we apple jab all the time.
It's kind of our thing.
And it's
Nah, but,
it's
you know,
not because
all
we're
jokes
mean,
aside.
because I want an Apple for production stuff, for like overlays and writing and all that other stuff. So,
Well, Rachel uses Apple too, and we love.
well, yeah,
her.
no, I don't hate Apple, but like my wife, she's gonna be going all Apple, and I'll use her stuff to.
Let's just, for the record, I am talking to you on an HP.
Thank you very much. All snap.
That was the M Night Shyamalan level twist. I was not ready for that plot twist.
I was on the Mac. The Mac didn't work.
Jordan,
The
I think she's
irony
out.
in that.
Renee Bones, how about you? What's a zombie to you? The zombie virus.
Honestly,
it
I
mean?
don't pay much attention to zombie things, so
So what are you gonna do when they take over the world?
I'm gonna die.
She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna be one of them motherfuckers. I don't care.
I'll just can't beat him.
She's
Join
in
him.
my team.
Yeah, join them.
She's in my team. You need those people in your team as well.
I got a
I
follow
will
up question.
Just die. I mean, someone can sacrifice me. That's cool too. Like, it's all right.
I got a follow up question.
Yes.
Then
for
I
Renee.
definitely want to be with you because you can get eaten first.
Renee, follow up
So-
question.
What?
Which ones? What do you think is cooler, vampires or zombies?
Vampires.
Don't answer for
Don't-
it.
Oh, I'm answering for myself.
I don't really know.
Oh man, you don't have a preference either.
No, not really.
All right, how about we throw werewolves in the mix?
Ew, I don't like werewolves.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
we,
they
got,
shed everywhere.
we eliminated those. How about Oompa Loompas?
They're orange. Why? I don't like orange.
What's that got to do with
Amen.
anything?
How about that puff? That's what Quigglypuff or whatever the fuck it's called. That little pink-
Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff, yeah, whatever his
Jiggly,
name
that's a
is.
Pokemon.
Jigglypuff is so cute.
He is
See?
cute.
She likes
And he-
cute shit. Okay,
And he
so
uses that
the-
marker to write at everybody.
No,
He's
no,
an-
no,
he's,
no.
He's cute and he's
Hey,
also an asshole.
we're gonna do a test right here. So okay, so when I say something, you'll either go ew or do what you just did. The headless horseman.
I don't know.
Wow.
That was
Yeah,
actually
how
my
about-
first crush.
Was it really? So. Wow. Okay, we're getting back onto Halloween now. But
How about a baby zombie? Like an infant who's
No.
been exposed to the
No.
virus.
Those
and
are creepy.
No.
Those are creepy.
Let's not do babies.
Z Nation is going down that road, and it's like, ooh.
I know,
If
and I want to
were a
get on their
zombie
show.
And there were a baby zombie, could I raise the baby zombie? Like, is that okay?
Well, the baby's gonna want to eat you though.
I wouldn't try
But I would
breastfeeding
already
it.
be a zombie.
You would already be a zombie.
Yeah.
So then, how would you know? Because you're basically you're dead. You're undead. So like the only thing that's working is your brain.
I don't know.
Like if you could know and actually raise it, yeah, sure, you could do that.
Okay. So I was told by one of my classmates from last year that I look very similar to the girl from iZombie. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
You do
I
kinda
love
look
that
like
show,
her.
and you do look like her.
Yeah.
So do you eat brains? Like,
All the time, of course.
do you put the hot sauce on like she did? Like you?
I don't like hot sauce.
Oh, then you're fucked. Cause that's all she likes is really spicy hot shit.
Well, you need something to chase it down with.
Rachel,
know,
have you ever seen iZombie? Have you watched that yet?
No.
You need
No, I
to.
haven't seen that
I think,
one yet.
I think it'd make you laugh. I guarantee.
It's Veronica Mars. It's a spiritual successor to Veronica Mars, actually.
Yeah,
Really?
basically.
So it's a zombie soap opera then, is it?
Well, not as soapy.
Well, this is what the story goes. Supposedly, they wanted a way to continue Veronica Mars, and they had tossed some ideas around in the writers' room, and one of the ideas they really liked was bringing back Veronica Mars as a zombie. They're like, no, people will never go for that, so they made iZombie as a separate thing. But it's pretty much a Veronica Mars kind of formula. It's like a murder mystery type of thing going on.
Yeah, she eats their brain and finds out the last while she'll have flashbacks of how they died, and I like it. It's
sometimes she
not...
assimilates their personalities too.
Oh yeah, that shit's funny.
So it's a TV series?
Yeah.
I hate to split hairs, but is that technically a zombie story?
Well, they are zombies. They are zombies, but they're socially functional zombies.
they're like, there's more people than just her that she's finding out that are zombies, but they can actually do what we're doing and talk and
so socially functional zombies, so Apple users.
Yes.
Well, here's the other thing too. It's an interesting twist. They do devolve if they don't feed or keep their urges under control. Eventually, become the animalistic, brainless zombies that we're used to.
Yeah. So as long as like with her, okay, and without giving too much, I mean, we've already basically spoiled the whole fucking show, but
it's still worth watching.
It is still worth watching. But basically, for her, what she does is she quit her job, and she had a really good job too. Like, she was a good lawyer. I mean, she was banking it, right? And she became undead, became, the zombie. So then she got she was a doctor, actually. She was a resident at a hospital. And instead of, continued doing that, she quit her job at the hospital and got a job at the morgue.
Yeah.
Where can you where can you get free brains?
He works as
people that are
for the
dead.
ME, the medical examiner.
Yeah,
so
for the police department.
Job. Yeah.
So then she just does it, and that's how she kind of solves crimes. And then they got it set off to where she's like a psychic.
Yeah, that's her story.
I'm really intrigued. I want to check this show out.
Just go to Netflix and look up iZombie, dude.
Cool.
Yeah, but
It's
what
on Netflix? Sweet.
What Netflix though? Because we've got a lot. We don't have a lot of shows that you do on Netflix.
Yeah.
American Netflix. Just get a
VPN.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I don't know what that is.
It's a geo blocker. So it tricks Netflix into thinking you're from the States. I've been
Yeah.
doing it for like 2 years.
Wink, wink,
You
nudge,
don't know
nudge.
who's listening.
She knows nothing of these things. Wink, wink.
What are you talking about?
But it's a CW show, so if you have access to CW shows out there, then you should be good to go.
Yeah,
I think CW is pretty good globally.
Well, it's a CW show, but it was exclusive, so like a whole season came out on Netflix. So, yeah.
I might also explain why it's hard to come by on demand any other way.
Okay, here's a good question for everybody. All right, and Rachel, sorry, I'm gonna have to get you last on this one because, haha, expert. Yeah,
Haha, is right.
Because this is something this is what one of the answers I've been waiting for from you. So, Fatal Blades, you're gonna start this. You ready?
Boy. All right.
What would you do if a zombie apocalypse started today?
Well, let's see. Luckily, I'm in the southern part of the U.S., so the overabundance of guns and rednecks. I guess I would go and find the 3 rednecks I dislike the most, automatically assume they're zombies, and take their guns. America. And then immediately following that mentality, ask around, like, are we assuming that the grid goes down? Like, how far are we in? Like, just this moment, patient 0?
Zombie apocalypse has started.
So, like, you've just
how
heard
deep is
that
it,
the
though?
world
Like,
is
am I
ending. What would you
looking
do?
down, like, 10 zombies, 20 zombies, half my city?
Could
You'll
be
all be
half.
killed,
Could
bro.
be up to half of your city.
Up to half of my city. Are the utilities down?
Yes.
All right, so no phone lines, can't call friends.
It's the zombie okay, here. I'm going to do something.
I did research into this.
We're going into a bit too much detail, I think.
Yeah. No, just here. I'm going to give you
I gotta know.
I'm going to give you an explanation. Okay, now one quick thing, and I'm going to have Rachel answer this. Rachel, define zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse is, it can be a localized or it can be a pandemic. It can be
Okay,
Either something happens locally where everything has to shut down and there is a quarantine area, or there is a global pandemic in which case it's actually gotten out and into the plains and into the other nations.
Okay.
So depending on what it is, but and this is one thing I keep seeing, electricity grids do not go down. They don't. I did research into this. I actually went to an electricity grid and asked them, and I got some really weird looks asking them, if something happened, would it go down? I think they thought I was a terrorist or something. But they don't go down.
Why is this girl asking us?
Yeah,
Electricity
grids will stay open
something, guys.
unless there is an actual accident or something that brings the power lines down. Electricity will stay active.
Yeah,
So, like,
self-sustaining.
A
Okay.
zombie in the
Self-sustaining, yeah.
transformer.
All right. That being said, Fatal, this is for everybody. That being said, I know we're going to get more into that because every time she talks about this, it just makes me all warm and tingly inside.
It's great having an expert.
Definitely. But Fatal, there it is. The zombie apocalypse. It's a worldwide pandemic apocalypse. What would you do if the zombie worldwide pandemic apocalypse started? Can you write that in there, Yogi?
I would say go
Worldwide and
grab the guns,
Mm-hmm.
hit up a couple of friends, and go from there pretty much.
Okay. Morgana?
Well, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm pretty good for a while. I already have guns. Good there.
And you live in a
Have
cold
food.
climate.
Exactly. They're not coming here.
Yeah.
And I live right at the bottom of a mountain, so if all else fails, up the mountain I go.
Okay. How about you, Yogi?
I'm happy we're down south. I think the readiness level is better down south. As Fatal mentioned, access to guns. I mean, over here, guns are end caps. It's like right next to the chewing gum and magazines. It's
Right.
like, I feel like picking up a gun. I mean, this one looks nice. So that's good, and also less population density. So you have less chances of running into pile-ups or zombie mobs or tsunamis if you watch the Z Nation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think you have a fighting chance down south. If I was back in New York City, pretty much be screwed.
There's so many people down there, though.
Right. There's
What,
a lot
Georgia?
of people. Yeah, but the amount of people that are like in Georgia compared to the amount of people that are like in New York or Boston.
Yeah.
They're just the cities alone
There's
double
more
or triple
people-
the amount of people that are in Georgia as a state.
The population,
So-
population density in New York City is greater than Georgia State.
Yeah.
So much so that they've been lobbying to make New York City into its own state, for years.
I thought New York. Oh yeah, well it's New York, so.
Yeah.
What would they name it? Really?
Asshole capital.
Yeah.
If Dr. Who taught us anything, New York.
Yeah.
New York.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
That's classy.
But anyway, for the love of T-Kill, what about you? What would you do if the zombie worldwide pandemic apocalypse started now?
What's the first thing you do?
The first thing I would do is grab guns and get them ready, loaded, and grab everything which has projectile on my house, and get moving with the city. Because if you look at all of the movies or all the books, cities are bad, so get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Goldie, how about you, man?
I'm thinking you gotta get on a boat, man. Zombies can't swim. That's a big disadvantage to them. Water, they'll drown. They can't swim. Get out in the open water. Get onto get a boat. That's what I instantly thought.
Then? Okay. And I'm gonna write something down. Jordan, how about you? What would you do if the zombie worldwide pandemic apocalypse started now?
Well, like my family, and we would like set up fortress and be like, yeah, bitches.
Yeah, set up a fortress. Good one. Good one.
There you
Okay.
go.
Renee Bones.
You're gonna love my answer, okay? Now, if it started right now, okay, I would probably be too busy playing video games and locked inside my apartment to notice that it ever happened.
I knew it. That's my answer too. Well, some of
Like,
it.
I wouldn't even know.
No. Okay, good. Nice,
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
I'm gonna.
how much
Whoa,
detail
that
can I go
Doctor Who
into here?
ringtone?
Yes,
yeah,
that
sorry
was.
about that.
What do you need?
How much detail can I go into here?
Well, I'm gonna answer first, and then you can go into as much detail as you want to,
Okay.
because then we can like do little segments of, hey, this is what you guys need to do if you guys are wherever in a zombie apocalypse, and just play this section. So anyway, but what we're gonna do, for me, I would basically get a truck, get to wherever, go steal a truck, because who cares now, and then go hit up a not hardware store, but like a sporting goods store, get all my camping gear, get my family. That's number one, and then basically try to get out of the city. And maybe even to, like with what Goldie was saying, get to a boat, maybe get to an island, to where,
Yep.
even if these zombies actually, because in some of the movies and some of the books that I've read about zombies, like zombies they can't swim, but they can walk across the bottom and get to you eventually, so it'd be kind of
Bro, the ocean's a
lackluster,
deep,
but
deep
of course,
place.
get protection, get the supplies and stuff like that to suffice. And if we could find a place up in Canada or somewhere I don't know how true the facts are with, how well zombies can survive in cold. I would think they'd be better, because then their bodies would be preserved a little bit more, but that'd be me.
I want to
so.
stop you right there. Zombies can survive in the cold. Have you not seen Game of Thrones?
Different zombie.
Yeah, different
zombies.
Those are
Okay,
white
but it's still a zombie.
It is still a
It's a
zombie,
betrayal.
technically.
Right, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I think they'd be able to survive longer in the cold anyway, because like I said, the cold would preserve their body.
Technically,
Like
yeah.
if you're down south, that's the best place to be. All you got to do is fight them off. That's the best place to be, because the flesh is slowly rotten anyway. So by the time their brain might still be working and they might crawl to you, but like their legs might deteriorate into nothing. I mean, it might take a little while, but shit. I mean, you don't want to be up north when they could just walk up to you frozen as shit and still eat your ass and then thaw out and eat your ass some more. Anyway, nobody wants to hear me talk.
I thought so. We had that conversation the other day.
Yeah, we did.
I've just noticed everyone's saying that they want to get guns. Man, you run out of ammo, man. Like, a gun is not a great weapon against.
I would
zombies.
actually get
We have
arrows.
crossbows and bows in our house.
I-
I would actually get arrows.
Here's my stance on yes, guns run out of ammo. However, a gun is heavy enough to be an effective club, at least well enough to brain someone. Plus, with a bayonet, I get range.
But you're in an area where you can get guns easily. We're not. We actually have to know where the criminals live, and guess who knows that? We don't have guns down here. We need to know how to improvise.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm
Wait,
finding my sharp.
you guys
I'm
have
gonna
bows
find the
there?
sharpest sword I can get.
Hell, you guys get a fire axe and just waylay.
Yeah, or
It'll-
a
it'll
sword or
carry
of
it
some
through.
sort.
Well, you figure.
Dude, Hat in the chat room says pole axes don't run out of ammo.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, fire axe would be easier to get because they should be there, and then you can just swing them through.
Yeah, yeah.
Clean
Oh, hey, look at
sever,
that.
less
Mortal
chance to
Kombat
stick.
collection in Steam. Hit it up, guys.
Yeah, I'm hooking you guys up.
Yes,
People are
and
live.
for those that are live, for you guys that are listening to us on the podcast and in the feed, sorry, but this is the point of being live. You get cool shit like this, so we're slowly, periodically giving it out. Whoever gets it, first come, first serve. If you do get one, don't be a hog and take them all just because you can sit there on Steam and ready to do it. Let's let other people get them too. So, but this is nobody else wants to hear anybody else talk but Rachel. So, Rachel, Not saying you guys aren't important. Just she's Rachel. Yeah, pork chop in the house. Rachel, question to you, madame. What would
First
you
things
do
first.
if the zombie worldwide apocalypse started?
Well, let's address the expert thing first. I'm not an expert. I'm just an author. The zombie apocalypse hasn't actually started, so there is no such thing as an expert.
We
But
want to
you've given
label
it
you as
thought.
an expert. We're so
Or-
proud to say we have an expert with us.
Or it
Alright,
has been
alright.
expertly covered up and then
Don't-
written about in a book.
Dang it! Look,
That
Rachel
Don't put
just
yourself down.
she just called us all liars, guys. Thanks.
No, I'm just saying, don't outplay, because if you stick to my plan, there's no guarantee you're going to survive.
Okay, so
just
well-
putting that out there. There is a disclaimer on this information.
you know what? The best thing to do is get in a group of people you can trust. That's not gonna fuck you over. There you go. But
So that means
Rachel,
I can't be with you guys.
Rachel.
This seems like a rig. She's gonna be like, so here's my plan. I would gather with everyone and go to a small hole somewhere. And then
Actually,
when it
no.
happens, she'll be like, now I just don't go to that hole and I live because everyone
No,
else
I
is
can
there.
I can tell you exactly what I would be doing.
All right, here it is. Rachel, what would you do if the zombie worldwide pandemic apocalypse started today?
Short answer, I would bug in and then bug out, because you need to know what's going on around you. You need to have one place really close to you that you know intimately. Like at my home, and this is being documented, let's say, there is a gate that I can shut, and I know no one's going to get through that. So I can shut that gate, I can barricade that gate, and I can sit and wait and see what's going on. If you have an idea of what's going on around you, that's when you can wait out the panic. You can wait out the hordes that are trying to flee the city. You can wait out the mass attacks and the riots that are going to be happening. I can promise you they're going to be happening. And then you can actually make your plan in safety. My plan is to actually go to the Grampians, which is a really big mountainous area that I know has got really steep cliffs that zombies aren't going to be able to climb up. They don't have the dexterity, they don't have the muscle function, they can't climb mountains. They're not abseilers. So that's my plan. I'm
I
going
like
to
it.
Plan.
mountains.
Good plan. Yeah, I like.
All right, so all of us here that, we're going to be going to Australia and going to link up with Rachel. That brings me to my next question, guys. Would you rather be, Rachel, and I'll start with you here, would you rather be in a large landmass, say like the U.S. or Europe, or would you rather be in a small landmass such as Australia, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, things like that?
Depends on the geography. I mean, we've got less people, so less people to turn into zombies.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got more desert. So, we're going to find it hard to survive, but they're going to find it hard to survive because bodies decompose quicker in that kind of environment. So going back to the cold, you're going to have preserved zombies. You're going to have landmines. I think Max Brooks touched on it in his book. You get the hidden dangers of cold areas where if there's a sudden thaw, you're going to get zombies that have been preserved and they're not dead. So it depends on where the location is.
Okay. Renee Bones?
Okay.
she might be putting together her thoughts.
Kinda. I would rather be somewhere where there's not as many people, but in the same token, I feel like I would die anyway. So I'm just gonna keep going back to I'm gonna die. Whatever. Yeah, that's mine.
No, you must survive.
So
Will to live.
basically Renee's already given up. It's not even started yet.
Yeah.
She's like,
screw
she's
it.
like, fuck it. I'm just gonna play video games till I get eaten. I don't care. And then after I get eaten, and video games are gonna be entrained in my brain, and I'll play even after I turn.
Actually, sorry. Can I just ask one question?
Sure.
You know that there's the zombies coming. You know that this is the end of the world. What video game do you put on?
Nice one.
League of Legends.
Left 4 Dead 2.
God.
People.
Left 4 Dead 2. so you can practice.
Yeah, being a zombie, exactly.
I was gonna say League of Legends would make me want to kill people.
Yeah. Jordan.
Zombies. Big air quotes.
Right.
Black Ops 2 zombie mode.
Jordan, how about you? Would you rather be in a large landmass or a small one?
Well, if like being in a small land area, there's like less people, but there's like less people, like less places to be to hide from the people that are zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd rather be in a larger area because there's more places to get away.
Well, and you got to think too that with being in, and I maybe might have misframed this, but being in a large one, say like Europe or the European or Russia, being the cold, United States being a big large landmass, or some place like Puerto Rico to where you'll be safe. I mean, so large so you can get away. Goldie?
I'd prefer the small one, the small landmass. Hence, like finding a secluded island, something that hadn't been hit yet. Like you'd set up. I'd want to set up shop and make a self-sustaining little environment for myself on a small island. Yeah. So yeah, being in the large landmass, like you guys were saying, like there'd be more zombies, more people. More
supplies.
Chaos. Oh yeah, there'd be more supply, but there's so many people that all the supplies would be gone. There'd be looting and whatnot. So,
but that'd be worse on a smaller island.
Yeah, I think also another thing to consider too is the concentration, not just population, but also the distribution hubs. Like Georgia still has a really strong industrial sector and manufacturing. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of places that ship stuff out from here to the southeast regions because we're like a hub state. So pretty much anything you can think of probably bottled or packaged out here and shipped out from here. So yeah, know where your food depots are exactly. That's the number one thing.
For the love of
Can I
TQ?
ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Sorry. So I don't know much about zombies because I don't really pay attention that much, to be honest. I'm sorry. But so how do they know that the other zombies are zombies and they don't try going after them?
Oh, can I field that one?
Yeah,
definitely.
So
Expert.
I have a theory. I have a theory that while they're not supernatural creatures, like their senses are not enhanced, but I can, if I'm sitting in the train with someone who smells really bad, let's be honest, I know that they smell really bad. You don't need super senses to know that. I can also tell, you can feel body warmth around you. So in my head, in my theoretical zombie apocalypse, they can feel the slight changes that we take for granted. So they haven't got anything else crowding their mind. Like they're not worried about socializing, they're not worried about video games, they're not worried about what they're going to eat next, because they're always hunting. So to always hunt, you need to be on the lookout for your prey and the senses your prey puts out, which in this case is scent, body warmth, all of that.
Right, and to add to that, I kind of think if you think about it, and with every talk of the actual zombie virus, the virus is alive. And it can it takes over the host, which is a human body or a body in general, because of animals
and it needs to spread.
And it needs to spread, so they're constantly finding, even if it's not the warmth or whatever, but it's that virus saying, "Oh, that's part of me. He's over there. Hey, I don't feel anybody, and there's somebody right there. Let's get him."
That's the hive mind interpretation.
Yeah, kind of.
Which is
it's like
actually why I think that they stop eating. So as opposed to people, if something is dead and its compulsion is to eat something, it's going to eat it until it's gone. But a zombie will stop eating until so that there's more zombies. So to do that, you need to actually know to stop, which is where the virus comes into it.
Yeah, so it's like the virus is the high-minded spreader that's gonna just take over the world. It's kind of like Pinky in the Brain. Brain just want to take over the world.
Ah,
So,
Pinky.
but how about for love of tea kill? Did you answer?
Wait, what? What's going on?
Would you rather live on a large landmass or a small one if the apocalypse started?
I think it would depend on the man mass. Like not like the mass of it. I'd rather be somewhere where there's less people because less people that means less zombies. That means you could be able to get away from it
Mm-hmm.
if you were smart enough to actually not be around people. But if you're, let's say you're in New York, do you think how high, like if you, or do you think you actually can get out of New York without being infected? Probably not. You get out of a small town or get out of the country without being infected. Probably you have a higher chance of you're not living in a high populated area.
Okay. What about you, Yogi?
It's a toughie. Like I said, I think it's good to be close to distribution hubs and places that manufacture stuff because you might have more raw materials to work with and have more abundant supply. Plus, some warehouses you could fortify them easily. So there's that. But I guess I like what Kitty was saying, or what Renee was saying about just have fun because you're gonna die eventually.
Right.
So it's like, so do I want a place with the highest chances of survival? And what am I surviving for? Like, am I just delaying the inevitable? Or do I want a place where I can have lots of fun? So it's like, maybe I do want to be close to a city that's big enough that I could just go to the arcade and play video games all day long, or go to the bowling alley and just have a good old time, kind of like Last Man on Earth style, and then be like, all right, whatever happens, at least I had a good time, Go make yourself a nice burger with all the trimmings. I mean, that might be a good way to go out. If you're in the sticks, may not have that stuff available to you. It's like, well, I got trees around me. Guess I'm gonna go on the hammock. All right.
Yeah.
Can I say
I guess
something
it
else?
depends.
Sure, Renee.
Sorry, it just like I was thinking about it when he was saying that. So I think part of the reason people want to survive in a zombie apocalypse is not just because of the zombies, but because they're afraid of what happens after death. That's a whole nother story, but I feel like that's also another reason.
Yeah, that's
well
true.
said. Well
I just
said.
don't want to be eaten.
Yeah, me too. But
I don't think I'd taste nice.
would I live? And I'm just gonna go right in order here. Would I live in a large or a small? Again, it's always been said, but it kind of depends on where I'm at. If I'm in a a mountainous area or something like that, you gotta look at the restrictions of the zombies and whatnot. But then you gotta think about it. If you're on an island, yes, there would be more the worst looting and everything, but half the time you probably wouldn't even know anything's happening. So, I mean, you're on a remote island, or you're on a, even if it's a, even if it's a, yeah, I'm losing it.
I just want to add. It just hit me. I'm gonna live in the trees. I'm gonna make a tree house. I'm gonna make an awesome tree house, and then zombies can't get me because I'll live in the trees.
Right.
I've seen some pretty cool tree houses actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, like that guy that does the really epic treehouse mansions.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
I bet if you could that'd be a good place to go hole up during the zombie apocalypse. Get one of those, like you go to one of those that has like hidden rooms, like, oh, it's just a bar. It's just a bookshelf, but then it actually opens up and it's a whole like bar with like a little like walk-in kind of closet type thing.
Right. Okay, I got it back now. Sorry. When I hear background noise or something, I just lose train of thought for a second. But
that's okay.
Being on a large one would be beneficial, depending on where you're at. If you have friends around or people that you can trust around, I mean, because you can always build a sustainable economy for yourself. You can always plant stuff. You can always hunt. You can always. I mean, but then you got to think about if the virus has spread into the animals. So It just a remote area. I mean, like Morg said, she's out in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, like I would, you know, she knows the land she's at, and you know whatever. But then again, like I said, this small island, there's pros and cons to both, I think. So, Morg, how about you?
I have decided that if it happens, I am going to finally go to Ireland, and I'm gonna, you know, get a castle, and if I die, at least I died in the one place I wanted to see before I died.
Right.
That works. But castles are huge. It'd be a very lonely place to share by yourself.
I like it.
I
You're
might
using
let
the zombie
people in.
apocalypse to finish your bucket list. All right.
That's
The world has
right.
ended. Where should I go before I die?
I've always
It's
wanted
the
to.
only
But
place
the
I
thing is,
truly
how would you
wanna
get
see.
there?
The number
you
one
get
thing
there?
on my bucket list would be to find my ex-boss's office and take a massive steaming dump on it. But like, ha! That's what you get. Don't tell me you never thought of the same thing.
Zombie boss pops up. Yogi's
Oh,
hands
God.
around his ankle.
That would be my fate. He
Done.
bites me right in the ass. Like, well, I still pooped on your desk, sir.
Right.
That plan came back to bite you in the ass, huh?
How bad is your boss that you need to do that?
Oh, he was a total douchebag. He was one of those. I was the director of the IT department, and they bumped me down to like senior manager, and they moved him over from the finance department. He had no clue about technology. One time he got mad at me because his computer wasn't working. He's like, "Look, I moved my computer and it won't turn on." His monitor, he moved the monitor and not the little box that he thought was just there to hold his drinks. This is a true story.
Wow.
I am not exaggerating. And this is the guy that's making a 6-figure income. You know?
Over you.
I mean, I was making really good money there too, but he was making like almost twice as much as me. And he was just a total douchebag.
Wow. I think that worked, Rachel.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, I think it did. I think it just
So
turned
quiet
it down.
now.
Just well, no, you got to turn her up a little bit, but just her turning it down just a little bit, it takes away some of her auto key up.
Yeah, sometimes you need to reduce my voice.
No, I don't know. It's something I don't know. You're not a gamer with mics and stuff, so I don't hold it
No.
against you. But
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes when I start clipping my toenails during a podcast.
No, like everything wants to that you'd be mad, but you do it because you're not a gamer. This is what you're saying. He won't get mad at you.
yeah, all you other jokers in here, yeah, you better fix your damn mics.
Everybody else has no excuse. You should know better.
You
This
should
is what
know
you
better.
Live and breathe.
It's good to know actually because I am trying to get online. I'm really self-conscious when I game with other people because I know I'm going to do really badly.
Well, at some point when I hear next week sometime, if you'd like, you can hit me up on Skype and I can kind of run you through some of the things.
Yeah, I've been
Sounds
trying to
good.
get Rachel to hang out with us for ages.
Definitely.
Ever since we met on ZombieCast with Sean Freeman and gang.
And of course, Goldie's, well, he's not near you, but from the same area, so you guys can do some.
State, but yeah.
I said
Well, no,
area.
not the same
Okay,
area.
how about
'cause he
same
said-
freaking country? Is that
He
better?
said
There we
he's,
go.
he's
There
from
we
the
go.
dirty
Correct.
north. He said he's a dirty northerner. She's like, no, I'm a southerner. We have class down here.
I wouldn't say class, just a
I'm
different kind
just
of bogan.
I was gonna say that is like inverse America.
That's the
Wow.
oh, it's different. That's great. That is crazy. Goldie's like, damn.
Get him.
How did
Get
they
him,
know?
Goldie. Get him.
Cody's like, I
Calling
have
me a
no
bogan?
words.
Hey. Oh,
Hey,
very nice.
that was
Anyway, we're getting a bit sidetracked here. I will start with the next question that you've wrote here. That would you train and join a hunting party for zombies? That's cool. That is what rather than run away and hide and try and survive, let's be positive. Let's change let's attack back. Yeah, let's fight back. Definitely. I would definitely I'll say it's part of the Walking Dead, like we've Michonne, get 2 zombies as bodyguards, and start running amok.
Just chop off their choppers first.
That's it.
Yeah, you got to you got to take out their lower jaw, and cut off their hands.
And their hands. Yep.
Yep.
And they become docile. It's genius. You know, zombie bodyguards.
That was actually
And
pretty
also-
creative.
I think I'd have a zombie for a pet too.
Oh,
That'd be
like
cool.
Shaun of the Dead style.
We never finished with the last question. We still had Morgan
my
Fatal
bad.
Blades to go.
Ooh, sorry, my bad.
Like they're probably
That's-
crying
that's-
right now inside. Like you just skip those.
Fatal.
Fatal, are
Blades,
you
my bad.
crying right now?
A little bit.
I told you what the.
I'm better.
I'm
So
better.
Fatal, would you rather be in a large landmass or a small one? Let's go back to the last question.
I can answer that with 2 words.
Cool.
Gilligan's Island.
Morgana, how about you?
I'm going to Ireland.
She did answer it. So, all
I'm just saying. Gilligan's Island.
right.
Just
So,
don't bring Gilligan with
who
you.
else would you train? And Goldie said, "Would you train Goldie? I mean, would you get in the fight, or would you say, nah, I'm just kind of gonna be by myself. If zombies come, I'll kill them, but no, I'm not gonna hunt them."
I reckon I'd get it. I'd get that bored that I want to go out and hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Like the world would be so boring. You know, you want to find. I'd make it into a game. You know, like hey, let's go out for a hunt. Let's see how many can you kill today.
There she is.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
I have no idea what
Rachel's
I hit.
back.
Yeah, you
Rachel's
actually hit a key. You hit like the backspace when you were actually clicked onto TeamSpeak, and that actually kicks you out. So don't do that.
No, I won't do that.
Or delete. It was something. Yeah, it's a button. Everybody does it at some point. Or I think you maybe hit escape.
Oh, does that mean I've been hazed? Is that done?
No, we don't do that around here. Sorry. I mean, we can if you really want us to, but we don't.
No.
It's not
I'm
required.
Good. I'm good.
So the question came up. I don't know if you were here or not, but the question came up: would you train or join a hunting party for zombies?
Specifically for zombies?
Yeah, like, hey, instead of going and waiting and just running from them, would you go, hey, let's go hunt these bastards and just kill as many as you possibly can?
I don't think so. I'd prefer to actually sit back and let them come to me, because if I'm going out to them, I run the risk of being killed about twice as much as I would just surviving.
True. How about you, Renee?
I would go hunt them.
Because you're going to die anyway, right?
Well,
He'd be hunting us. Renee's one of the zombies. See, we're all survivalists, and Renee's she's gonna be one of them. You know.
I would get bored not doing anything. To be honest.
Right.
So I would go hunt them. Yeah, sounds like a good, fun time for me.
Okay, so that's Goldie and Renee is going to go hunt. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay, so that's 3 hunters right now. For love of
we've
TKO.
got a crew already. Let's.
It would depend on if they were like using guns or they're using like silent weapons like swords and bows and stuff like that. Because of the idiots who are hunting or using guns, I would not want to do that.
Yeah, because you attract more. Exactly.
Because you attract more. So
Yeah.
I would rather, if they were using silent weapons, I would do it. And if they were using weapons what would draw attention to us, I would not, because I feel like that'd be really stupid.
Okay.
Can I just say, though, that any prepper group, any group, should have at least a couple of hunters in there, because you need someone to scout around you and make sure there's no hordes coming.
You need
Okay,
You need hunters and runners. People like Glenn, who are really good at like getting around terrain and mapping out areas, and making routes and having an escape plan down and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, we're just saying, would you actually join a hunting party? You know, it's a hunting party too. So I mean, no matter, instead of you don't have to be hunting them. You could be actually in the back of the party saying, we're gonna do this. Mapping stuff out as you're coming. Because as you're walking, you need to map, see where you're going. And of course, nowadays you have maps everywhere. So who's next? Was it Yogi?
Possibly.
Would you join a hunting party?
I would, with the caveat, the stipulation rather, that I wouldn't want to have someone that's like a lily-livered coward, like the kind of person that will trip you up and use you as bait while they get away, or
bitch.
like Shane, yeah, or open a door to run away and then let a whole bunch of zombies in because they don't want to get killed, but they end up getting other people killed instead. Stuff like that. Like yeah, it had to be with a group of people that I trust.
Well, who's gonna know there's no law anymore? Just shoot them bitches in the head and keep going.
I'm just saying that I'd want to size up people. I'd want to vet them first before I like roll with them, because there is something you said, like I think Rachel was saying earlier about having terrain advantage, the home turf advantage, the place you're familiar with. There is something big about that, whether you're fighting zombies or crazy humans.
Right. How about you, Morgana?
No, I probably wouldn't. I'd stay home, take care of the area.
Okay.
I'll cook you dinner.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
I'm a wimp.
Fatal, what about you?
That's not a wimp. That's a prepper.
Yeah, I'm definitely a prepper.
I would have to say no.
Okay.
And the main reason I would say no is you may go out and you may want to join the hunting party to go hunt zombies, but there's too many variables, and I don't like that many variables, because you can go out and you're like, we're gonna hunt zombies, and the next thing you know, you run across a pack of wild jackasses who appear, and they go, well, these guys have a bunch of weapons. We've got a couple of weapons. If we just ambush them over here, we're gonna take out their whole party, take their weapons. You never hear the hunting party again. Zombies aren't the only danger out there during these times. But if you have people who tunnel vision looking for zombies, the odds are they're not going to come back, and it's not going to be zombies that got them. Mm-hmm. I am going to hang back. I'm going to play some video games with Rachel over there and eat some of Morg's cooking and wish you all the best.
Okay, now that being said, before Fatal answered, I was like, wait a minute. The only two that are staying back is the two girls. Well, somebody's got to protect them. I mean, I can't.
Excuse me.
No, wait, hold on. Don't.
I'm gonna go get a drink on this
freaking that. I'm not sexist. Don't do that shit.
Obi's like, what happened was.
Yeah, what happened? I know you girls can take care of yourselves. I'm not saying that. But what I would say is, I'm gonna hang back with the women. I don't care. Call me a punk, whatever. But I'm gonna set up perimeters.
One guy with two women. I see where your mind's going.
I was not.
Yeah.
No, I did. No, I do not think that way.
Sorry, I'm just.
I'm married, thank you.
I'm just busting your chops now.
I know.
If
you hang around us for too long, I will bust your chops at some point as well.
Obi gets killed by two angry women and becomes a zombie, and then the home base gets ruined.
No. I would actually. Hey, I'd be eating good. But it'd be something to where I would actually hang back too. I mean, because really, because there's hordes of zombies. I mean, just thousands and thousands and thousands. Why do I want to go do that? What happens when you run into those guys? And then to get them off, you're using silenced weapons, swords and shit. And then, of course, you got another 3,000 coming from your left, another 4,000 coming from your right. Well, guess what? They just looped around because they're not totally stupid. They just looped around, and now they got you covered. They're pinned. You're fucked. Why do all that? You just hang back again with the ladies. Get good cooking and good video games. I mean, shit. Let's roll.
I can see you being creative. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I can actually give you a bit of a sneak preview. My next book actually shows, obviously, the Grampians, because that's part of my escape plan. And I actually show, go into a description of a trap that I put up for that exact purpose. There's so
great minds think alike.
Yeah, well, great minds know that you need to get up high and you need to get somewhere where you're going to have supplies.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it. Supplies, I mean, what
Supplies
supplies
and
do you
defense.
what supplies do you need to stay alive? Food, water,
Shelter.
huh? And
Shelter.
shelter, right.
Shelter, yeah,
You
the three
can
main
build
ones,
shelter from nature. I've done it. You can grow, start depends on how high you are. Well, if you're that high, you're gonna have to be careful about, doing farms and stuff, so it'll freeze and stuff. But and of course, Beard and Hat says you gotta have stylish pants.
Oh,
Um,
stylish pants are good. Can I also point out we have got a very good resource down here, and you've got one as well. The indigenous people always know how to survive off the land.
I mean, I couldn't tell you anything. I'd have skills to actually do a basic survival in Australia, but I wouldn't have anything because I don't know the animals. I don't know the bugs. I don't know
Wait,
anything.
wait, didn't you do military?
What?
I thought one of our group did military, correct?
I was prior, yes.
But wouldn't you have more experience than what, say, anyone else here?
Military still has rat packs.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'm saying that because you probably, I don't know about the rest of us, but you know how to shoot, you
Right, but just
could be in
that's
shape
something.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not in shape. I can tell you that much. I'm disabled, man. But it's something to, yeah, that's something I could do. Is like, hey, if somebody doesn't know how to shoot, of course I would teach you how to shoot. If somebody doesn't know how to do, if somebody gets shot, I could tell you how to close a wound or cover a wound up. But if somebody gets scratched, the only thing I'm going to tell you to do is shoot them in the head. I'm not, sorry, you're
Whereas
fucked.
An indigenous person, and again, research, the people that I spoke to know how to close up a deep wound with ants. They know how to close up a deep wound with plants that aren't going to poison you and actually kill you. So you've got to know your resources around you.
But on to the next one. Wait, what, Goldie? Goldie's gonna give us the next one. So
Yeah, what I'm thinking is, I was about to write is, your most loved one to you. Like, so say you've set up, the apocalypse has hit. You've got your shelter, you got your weapons, whatnot. You've got your you're in a community, whatnot. You who knows? Let's even say you've found a new wife or husband, right? And you've got a life set up and everything. So all of a sudden, something happens. Like chaos hits, and your loved one gets bitten. Do you end it, like, you say, sorry, you've been bitten, that's it, you're gone, like, I gotta shoot you in the head? Or do you, like, cherish every moment with them until they turn and then kill them?
Shoot them in the head.
Logical
So do you
answer.
end it straight away, or do you wait till they turn? That's my question there. That's what I was trying to get at. Do you end? Yeah. So your loved one gets bitten. Do you end their life now, end their misery straight away? Sorry, you've been bitten. That's it. Or do you wait till they turn?
Okay. Who's first?
Who wants to go first?
I can go.
I'll go.
Okay, you go.
I was just gonna say, Jordan and I are sitting here talking about it, and we would do it before they turned, just because you don't know exactly what's gonna happen. So take the time, say goodbye, say I love you, and then please shoot me in the head.
Definitely.
Or a knife to the head.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to turn, and I don't even want to think about hurting my family in any sort of way. So if I get bit, you better get rid of me right away.
Okay.
Definitely.
Obi, you're next.
Me, the logical answer would be just to shoot him straight away. But you never know what your heart's gonna say, because like my wife, she's mine. She not mine as an owner sense away, but that woman was made for me. I really and
That's
truly
beautiful.
feel that way because there's just what she puts up with, just with gaming, but even just with a beard. Now just playing. It's just she loves me to death, and I just
Okay.
So I mean, you gotta think about what you're gonna feel then, and you'll never know until something happens. So you could what if it, but logically, yeah, shoot him in the fucking head.
Okay, Rachel.
This is actually a conversation that we've had as nurses. It's palliative care. It's euthanasia debate. If someone is dying, how long do you wait until you let them go? It depends on the virus disease. If it's a virus that's causing them extreme pain, I'm pretty sure they're going to be begging you for death. If they've seen their loved ones turn around them, they're not going to be, oh no, you can't shoot me. They're going to know what they're going to go through, and they're probably going to want you to kill them. So really, it's a case-by-case basis.
The decision is compounded even further because that person, the longer you leave them alive, the more risk that everyone else is at because
exactly
they'll turn.
And they wouldn't want that. They wouldn't want that. So that's why I said, shoot him in the head. I don't have, at the moment, I'm not in a relationship, so I can't say, oh yes, my loved one, I wouldn't do that. I can't.
It could be your
I
mom.
don't have that experience.
It could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister.
Yeah, no,
your loved one.
Yeah, it's someone close
I
to
love
you,
my
exactly.
Family. I love my family, but if they were going to be causing or posing a danger, if my brother was bitten and I knew he was going to turn, he's got a wife that doesn't know how to defend himself and a 3-year-old daughter that isn't going to be able to defend himself. Yeah, I'm going to shoot him in the head. So it's the danger they pose to the people around them that is the big question there.
Right on.
Okay. Yogi, take over this for a second. An emergency.
Well, yeah, my approach would definitely be to shoot my loved one in the head, regardless of who it is. The thing about that though, a lot of times this drives me crazy in fictional works. The people look each other in the eyes as they're doing it. That I hate. I don't know about you, but I hate long goodbyes. The more emotions involved, the harder it'll become, and then you'll eventually just back out. So it'd be like, just look away, and I can't look into your eyes, and I'll close my eyes too. That way, I think that's the cleanest way to do it. I think that's realistic. People are not gonna look into each other's eyes like, I love you too. I'm gonna miss you so much. It's like, you know what? I don't want to shoot you.
In all honesty, I probably would not even put that on my family. If I was bitten, I would do it myself. That way no one else has to, live with the fact that, oh my God, I killed this person.
Yeah, that if you can muster up the courage to do it, that would be the best way to do it. Because that is a huge thing to ask someone, because they're going to live with that for the rest of their life, unless they die right after you.
Yeah.
I love the way they covered that on Fear the Walking Dead. They covered that really well.
They did, yeah, definitely.
I'm about to have to run, but I just wanted to get my answer in real quick. And of course, in true me style, it's relatively with humorous backside. But in the event my loved one got bit, I would have to shoot them because the only way someone caught them is if I kneecapped them. So if I've already kneecapped them, I might as well shoot them. Other than that, though, I've really got to take off real quick, guys. Great hanging out. Hopefully, we can all hang out in the future. Heart you all.
Heart you too. Yeah, I think we got to everybody. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So moving on. Oh, I'll answer. Actually, I'll answer. I would end. Yeah, I would say, sorry. You've turned, like, you've been bitten. You've got to go. Like, I would, give him the big speech about how I love him and all that. But realistically, they've been bitten. That's it. It's too bad. So sorry. They got to go.
Yeah.
It's like the word, like, your whole mindset has changed when if the zombie apocalypse had happened. Like, it's survival's number one now. Like, I know you've got loved ones and whatnot, but like, as soon as soon as you get bitten, man, like, oh man, that's you're screwed, and you don't want that infection in your community either. You gotta you gotta put your foot down and keep your community clean. Someone gets bitten, you take them outside and say I love you and goodbye, and end their pain. Exactly, end their pain. Yeah, and yeah, I agree. Like Rachel said, the virus, they could be in pain because like it's taking over the body, like the body's shutting down. In Walking Dead, they get a big fever. Like they get and it's like they're really really sick until they turn. So yeah, don't let them suffer through the pain of turning, because I reckon that'd be really painful. So end it now. End it as soon as possible. Yeah.
Definitely.
Another thing they rarely cover in zombie works is the aspect of consciousness. Can you imagine if the people that turn to zombies are actually still in there, like some people assume they are, and which is why they have trouble killing them, and they're like, what the hell? I have no control over myself. I don't want to do this. Like, can you imagine that? And then they're living that, like, kind of, it's like a purgatory, a self-contained purgatory inside their body. Like that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. I think if people were aware of that, that'd make the decision even. Because that what kind of life would that be to be like? Living inside your body but having no control. Like you're conscious of what you're doing, but you can't control it.
Oh yeah. Peter had says earlier, he said Dust Till Dawn style. If they can help you, let them until they turn and then kill them, because then they obviously they're no longer your loved one. But yeah, I see what you mean there. Yeah.
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 That could work.
I just think it's, like I think a lot of times that happens, people have the hope of finding a cure. I guess also another thing to think about is what the gestation period is. Like if it's one of those instant, transformations, and then you want to do it right away. But if it takes longer, then maybe you do want to spend the last day, obviously, especially if you can reliably time it, But it's like some zombie fiction, says I think Maggie in the movie Maggie, people were saying that the gestation period of the virus was like a week or two or something like that. Whereas 28 days later, like someone
It's straight away
spits in your eyes, like, oh, I'm done.
Oh, I'm done. Yeah.
Sorry, so you just mentioned 28 weeks later. Is there? I heard a rumor that they're making another one.
Ooh.
Yes,
think I heard the
I
same
heard
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
28 years later.
Yeah, something like that.
If this time upon 28 years later, man, can you imagine what kind of world that'd be?
Yeah, that'd be a good movie concept, eh?
28 years, you'd think they'd have the foundations of a society there. I mean, they almost had it up in 28 weeks, and then it just went to hell. But you'd think 28 years, they'd have an actual society up and running, wouldn't they?
But then chaos hits again, like the virus evolves,
Yeah.
Oh, they did. They actually came out with it already. It's 28. It actually is 28 years later, but that's like a subtitle. The main title is Maze Runner. Boom. Thank you. I'm here all
I haven't
week.
seen that movie, so I can't get the reference.
I don't think there was any mention of zombies there, though.
That's the bum.
Yeah, it's the Walking Dead all over again. They're just, they're kind of there, sort of.
Okay, now did everybody kind of get a little answer in on if their loved ones or anybody they knew? Anybody not answer?
I think everybody answered that one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, real quick, I do want to get to some games into some shows or some movies that we actually like about zombies. But Walking Dead. I know there's a few people in here that are not caught up with Walking Dead.
Yep, me.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you would like to, I mean, it's going to be really quick. So, I mean, hey,
Do you mind spoilers?
I don't care about spoilers. I'm caught up. That was the mission from last week that we all agreed to catch up on The Walking Dead for this podcast.
All right, maybe I'm thinking maybe
Someone
I should
didn't do their homework.
Maybe I should. All right, how about I go for a smoke break?
Okay,
and then
that
you guys
sounds
can start
great.
Walking. That's perfect. I need to see.
Okay.
You guys can
Wait,
talk spoilers and then.
Do you
and then
smoke
ping me when you're
hundreds or
done.
shorts?
What? Tailor-mades or is that tailor-mades or rollies?
Long? Are they?
Rollies.
Oh, they're rollies, so they're short.
Normal size cigarettes?
I mean,
My-
depends. Do you pack them tight or do you pack them loose?
Oh no, I just buy them pre-made.
Okay.
Yeah, just a deck
It'll
of
be about-
we call them a deck of ciggies.
So maybe 5-7 minutes or so. That should
Okay.
be enough
Alright, cool.
time.
All right,
Be right
let's
back,
go.
guys.
Walking Dead.
Spoiler alert, I'm out.
Walking Dead. Yogi, go.
Okay, so spoiler alert. You have a 5-second delay. I know we're supposed to talk about how they portray the world, but come on, they did what they did to our boy Glenn. Seriously, come on.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it.
I don't think so either. I think it was the other dude on top of him getting eaten.
Yeah. You
But
don't have guts in your neck.
But the question is, how the hell does he get out of that jam? You know, I think the same thing too, because they really like spent a long time slowing down the camera, and playing the sad music. But he doesn't look like he's screaming in pain. He's kind of like, it looks more like he's flinching, like, oh my god, they're gonna get me. You know what I mean? So I think so too. I think they did it. But still, if they did go that route, boo. Because
He has
that
a
guy,
very important appointment to keep.
not to mention, that dude was trouble from the beginning. I would not have rolled with him. See, we're talking about the hunting party. That's the guy I would not be in a hunting party with. He messed up 2 times. That's it. You're not gonna get a 3rd chance. Not in the apocalypse. There's no 3 strikes. 1 strike is bad enough. 2 strikes, okay, we're done. You know. So anyway, but all right. So Walking Dead, how they portray things, I think it's pretty accurate. Because you know, it's basically The Walking Dead is a soap opera with zombies as a backdrop. It's not really a zombie show. It's all about how messed up human beings can be when they're put in extenuating circumstances. That's really what it comes down to. And what it seems like the direction they're going in is not whether people will become assholes, but how long it'll take them before they do. You know, Shane, it was an overnight thing. You know, he didn't waste any time. He's like, well, the apocalypse seems to be, I'm gonna take my boy's girlfriend.
Fucking
You know?
bastard.
They would take his wife. I mean, we're a day into the apocalypse. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. You know, then he's tripping people to survive. You know, like, you know, you can distract the zombies while I get out of here. So I think it's pretty realistic. You know, because people sadly ultimately are selfish. Even when they're generous and compassionate, there's usually some hidden agenda. Just some people are on a more extreme side of that scale. You know. Some people they don't even bother trying to reciprocate. It's just like me. Other people, they'll keep giving until finally they just have that moment where they break and it's like, all right, you know, I'm done. You know, now I'm just out for number 1 because the other way wasn't working.
Okay. More.
Like Rick. Ooh, Rick. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, don't ask me because I don't watch it. I could not
Jordan,
get into that show.
Jordan, no? Yes, no?
No.
I watched maybe half of the first season, and then anything later on, the only things I've seen have been in the bad lip readings of.
Those are good.
Enough said.
It's so good. I love that song.
Rachel, how about you?
Oh, like I was saying, Glenn's not dead. I can almost guarantee that. I don't know how he gets out of it, but he's not dead.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
Was
with
that
you.
it?
Well, I kind of vagued out because my dog was being an absolute, dog. So what was the actual question?
How do you find The Walking Dead portrays the zombie-infested world?
I think it does a fairly good job with what it has. Every story is going to be different. Like a story down here is going to be different to a story up there. A story in Africa is going to be different to a story in Brazil. It all depends on where you are. So I think for what it is, for where it is, it's quite good. It's been fairly, I hesitate to use the word realistic, but it's as close to as you would expect.
Well, that's to me to me. I kind of agree with you and Yogi because I really do feel like The Walking Dead is a soap opera with the zombie backdrop. You know, oh, they got to fight a few zombies every now and then because they were too
But
loud.
it has to be.
But it's
It
all
has to
about
be a soap opera, though. It has to be about the people. If it's about the zombies, it's going to be a really boring show.
yeah. I'm starting to feel like it's a really boring show already. Just saying. I mean, that's my opinion. But anyway, Goldie should be back here in a few minutes. But anybody else want to enlighten us on your views, Renee?
I don't watch the show. I'm sorry.
I think
Shame
the
on
only
you.
thing really about this show that makes it, I think, is the root cause of all the opportunities, all the things that are grating to us, is the fact that the character motivation isn't always clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole people always joke around about how every season has like 5 episodes where they just wander through the forest, and that's more of a metaphor for how it feels. You know, everybody's acting like they don't have a real purpose. You know, so now I think they're really fixing that. Like they try to settle down. You know, they try to do the whole be nomadic thing that didn't work out very well. Then they try to settle down
There
a
we
few
go.
times, and it didn't work out. But
Mm-hmm.
now it's like, well, what's different now? Like, oh, well, Alexandria, you know, actually has a self-sustaining, you know, world. It's well fortified. We can actually do it now. So, like, you know, they're filled with purpose. So we feel like there's actual direction for the show because the characters have direction. They have clear motivation. When that's
Right.
lacking, we're like, what's going on here? There's just, you know, going through the motions. Let's eat, you know, sleep and shit. You know, that's it.
Right. Right. We got a few minutes left here on the cast. But I want to get some of your guys' favorites of the different types of zombie portrayals. Basically, what's your favorite movie of a zombie?
Ooh, can I
the best
start?
portrayal. So yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, the one thing with zombies, there are slow zombies, the normal, you know, really slow Walking Dead zombies, just like, and then there's the Dawn of the Dead remake, where zombies run, like they've got their full, like they've got their muscles, like it, it's like as soon as they see a human, they just leg it, like they sprint, and I thought that was that was my favorite zombie portrayal, because that was the scariest
Mhm.
zombie movie. I thought Dawn of the Dead, the remake, where they take shelter in the shopping mall,
Right.
and then they compared to all the other zombie movies, I thought that was my favorite one, where they run. Yeah.
Okay, Renee, how about you?
You're gonna be disappointed in me. To be honest, I don't remember any that I have seen. Like, I don't recall any of them. So, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Morgana?
I honestly don't have a favorite. I'm really not huge on zombies.
Okay. Rachel, how about you?
I love virus zombie movies. I do. I love the 28 days, 28 weeks. I love Walking Dead, all of that. But if I'm going to go to a go-to zombie movie, I have to say The Serpent and the Rainbow, just because it's what they were meant to be.
Ooh.
What's it
good
called?
one.
The Serpent and the Rainbow. It's the Haitian one, the voodoo zombie.
Ah, yeah.
That's a good one.
Need to look that up.
Yogi, what about you?
Yeah. And I think the whole voodoo thing was how zombies originally started, and supposedly in Night of the Living Dead, that wasn't really meant to be a deliberate zombie movie. Just ended up being that. Kind of interesting. That ended up becoming a de facto zombie. But so from a storytelling perspective, are we talking more story like narrative, or like what would be scary to us if we were
No,
in that
man.
situation?
Your favorite movie, your zombie movie.
Favorite.
Best zombie portrayal. What's the
Tough.
the zombie movie that best portrays a zombie to you?
This is a long shot, but I'm gonna go with I Am Legend, who Bearded just happened to mention, just because I like the whole concept of infected or zombies being well organized. You know, like working together as a unit and like setting up traps, like coordinated strikes. You know, that's crazy. Because you know, if you really start to think about it, it's like the slow shambling zombies they're cool, but they aren't as scary. Which is, you know, that's a big reason why a lot of people don't take zombies seriously. They're like, oh well, you could just run around them and be all right. But
wow. For me, that was kind of I always get picked on, or I always get my answers taken, so I usually go last. But mine was the I Am Legend zombies, just because of the coordination and whatnot. Just
as well. Yep.
So real quick, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there is debate.
Last one.
You missed someone.
Who?
Jordan got skipped.
She's all prepared.
Jordan, go. Favorite zombie movie? I'm sorry.
I really liked I Am Legend. Like, that kind of made me sad. I kind of wanted to cry, like, at the ending. And then I might be liked a little bit less, but I really liked the World War Z with Brad Pitt. That was a good one. But my absolute number one favorite was Zombieland.
Yes.
Oh, that was funny. The Twinkies.
Yes, that was good.
Can anybody else hardly hear her?
Yeah, she's very soft.
Yeah. Okay, you said Zombieland was your favorite?
Yeah.
Ooh. Number one rule, cardio.
Yeah, right. You can run faster than the other guy. You're good. Last guys, real quick.
Honorable mention, Dead Snow. Beard mad we didn't mention it.
Love Dead Snow.
This is like a one-word answer. Just tell us what you got. We got to get going here in a second. Babies in the apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, a liability or a treasure? Morgana.
As long as they're not zombies, amen.
So treasure?
Yeah.
I'm voting
definitely.
liability. Sorry. Yogi?
Yep, liability.
Treasure, because you got to think about future generations. But I get the hell away from everyone else because I want to be the asshole as a crying baby, and then I get everybody killed. Like, thanks for keeping your baby under control, buddy.
Goldie, how about you?
But they're a liability, man. They make noise. You know, the crying. You know, they're not they're not fully developed. They're not a fully developed human, so they don't know like a baby's just crying because just woke up, and for all you know that attracts the horde.
Yeah, but you have to think of the next generation.
Just not you can do that. There's gonna be hopefully lots of survivors, and if it comes down to it, and if I'm thinking about the next generation, I can spread my love.
Once I have a shelter in a community and the chaos has ended, yes, then we'd start reproducing again and start thinking about the future. Yes, but in the chaos and in the first maybe few years of just everything still settling and everyone's working out how to survive,
Right.
don't reproduce, because that's not the number one thing to worry about it at that time.
Got it. Jordan, how about you? Babies, liability or treasure?
I would say treasure just because I love babies, but it would only be like in a really strong settlement and you were like in an area where you knew it would be okay.
Right. Rachel?
Can I do a bit of a throwback Sunday? I don't know if you guys listened to Torres versus Zombies, but I like their approach. Children themselves are going to be a liability. Any noise is going to attract the hordes, but, vocal cords.
Wow. Hey.
I mean, yeah. Or muscles.
Renee Bones, how about you?
Liability.
Liability. Well, I think it's a little bit of a mixed reaction from everybody, but guys, I don't want to get too much over the 2-hour mark. We're at that. So for those that are watching, I do want to thank everybody that showed up tonight. Really appreciate it. Morgana Freya, Yogizilla is, he's the man. And Goalie, the co-host of the Sunday Dose. And Jordan, I said Morg, didn't I? Morgana Freya. I don't know. Jordan, of course, she's with Morg. And then, of course, Rachel, thank you very much for joining us. I know it was kind of a cluster of rambling, but I really appreciate you joining us tonight.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Definitely, and you should come back and actually come back to a more structured show, to where we can actually, one or two people talking or three people talking, opposed to the open discussion that we had tonight. So, again, Renee Bones, thank you, hon, for joining us, and for those that are actually watching the 48-hour live stream. Guys, it's official. I didn't even watch. I was going to mention it, but it is official. The contest for OB Save or Shave the Beard is over. Right after this stream, I'm going to be counting up and everything, and we'll be putting it out probably on Facebook or Twitter or just wherever. And then the next stream that I do, hopefully she can get it to where she'll be here and she'll be able to shave right in front of everybody. So, or if I get to win it or I get to keep it, I get to keep it. So, thanks for everybody for doing that. Really appreciate it. What's up, Goldie?
You haven't counted the votes yet? Is that what you're saying?
Not yet. Nope. It's all no. Okay. Well, I guess it's officially over. I mean, if people vote now, go ahead. I'm not on it yet, but appreciate everybody showing up and everybody hanging out with us, talking some zombies. We might get into a little bit more of some zombie talk on the Sunday Dose sometime.
We might talk about more zombie games next fortnight. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, it's next week is the Zombie Dose. Or is actually the Sunday Dose. So we're actually doing a 3-week thing. So, again, guys, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in a week.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
And, of course, my stuff doesn't work anymore. This part right here is Obi just screwing everybody up, trying to think he's cool and leave something open and it doesn't work. But,
so we're not live anymore?
Yeah, we are. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Let me know when you go offline, because I'm gonna stream back on Disney Bonus. Unless you want it. That's crazy.
Can I just say thank you so much for having me on? This is amazing.
Yeah, if you want to hang around, I'm gonna stream some video games.
So what are you playing?
Playing some horror games.
I've got Batman lined up, seeing as it just came out on friggin' PC.
Which
Batman?
one?
Yeah, Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight, yeah.
I have my theory as to who that is. I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
Right. Is anybody going to continue this live stream? Right now, Yogi, you are, right?
Yeah, I'm going to put on an intermission screen, stretch it a little bit, and then I'm going to start the stream up.
Okay,
I'm going to start out as soon as you know.
How long is left of the 48-hour show?
Oh, it's done.
Oh, it's done.
It's done. It was done a half hour ago.
There's overtime.
It's overtime now. So, guys that's watching the stream right now, we love you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Most of you were here the whole time, which was awesome, or just lurking. Spread the word, guys. We're going to be doing this again next summer. Of course, we're going to make this an annual thing. We're going to try to get it closer to summer because then more people can join and have fun with it. And make it an annual thing. So this is number 2. So next year will be the 3rd annual 48-hour live stream by GeekyAntics. So, but stay tuned, guys. Yogi's going to be picking this up, playing some horror games. But again, thank you guys for listening to me and putting up with me for the last 6 hours or whatever. I know I need to go home or just get out of here anyway. But see you guys later, guys. Love you guys. Peace.